When I was little, my father was famous. He was the greatest samurai in the empire. He cut off the heads of 131.
Hey everybody, Jerry Williams, aka Greater Sapien here. Thanks for stopping by. The 2024 presidential election is next week, and I want to give you some of my thoughts over the next few days. I don't think there's any doubt amongst my regular viewers who I voted for, and yes, I've already voted because I'm away from home for the next few weeks, and I had to vote by mail. Now, I know I've made a number of short videos mocking Trump, but this is not that type of video. This video is about why I voted for Harris. I'm hoping to have one or two more of these in the coming days. Today, I want to talk about the economic reasons behind my vote for Harris. Now, I get it. A lot of my detractors out there are concerned about the economy, jobs, taxes, and how a Harris presidency might affect all of that. At least they claim to be. Some might be thinking, why Harris when we've already seen what Trump can do for the economy? Well, I'm going to break down why. If you care about the economy, about business, Harris should actually be your choice over Trump. We're going to go over four things: economic stability, job creation, tax policy, and leadership and competence. Let's go. First up, economic stability. You know and I know that stability matters. Investors, businesses, and regular old citizens all thrive when the economy is predictable and solid. During Trump's presidency, we saw extreme highs and extreme lows, including a reckless trade war that rattled global markets and a chaotic handling of COVID-19 that led to widespread shutdowns and an economic freefall. Now, here's why I think Harris is the better bet. Harris, alongside the Biden administration, has demonstrated a steady hand in managing crises. The economy post-pandemic didn't just bounce back by accident. Policies like the American Rescue Plan and smart federal investment in infrastructure played a huge role. Under Harris, you can expect policies that won't throw the market into chaos every time a tweet goes out or a random tariff is imposed. The private sector thrives on stability, and what Harris offers is a focus on long-term sustainability, not just reactionary measures. Businesses need long-term vision, and she's shown that her administration will be able to deliver it. Next up is job creation. Trump likes to boast about jobs created during his term, but let's be real. The numbers don't tell the full story. First, job creation was just following the same trend that had begun years prior under Obama, and the pandemic wiped out years of gains in a matter of months. Now, Harris? The Biden-Harris administration has already brought back millions of jobs lost during COVID, and there are 7 million more jobs than there was prior to COVID. And they've set the stage for future growth in key areas like clean energy, manufacturing, and technology. These are future-proof jobs, not just temp positions in industries that may not exist in 20 years. Harris's focus on long-term sustainability through green energy investment and infrastructure will drive job creation in fields that will actually last and evolve. And let's not forget, unlike Trump's protectionist approach, which alienated international allies and hurt exports, Harris supports global trade in a way that strengthens American jobs instead of threatening them. All right, let's dive into tax policy. Now, I know when some people hear Democrat, they think higher taxes, but that's not necessarily the case. Under Trump, we saw a massive tax cut aimed at corporations and the wealthy, ballooning the deficit and leaving middle-class families with a marginal benefit, if any. Question is, does trickle-down economics actually work? The answer is pretty simple: no. Harris has a much more balanced approach. Her policies aim to ensure that corporations and the ultra-wealthy pay their fair share, but without hamstringing small businesses or middle-class earners. In fact, she supports tax credits for working families, which helps put more money back into the economy because everyday people are the ones who spend and circulate that money, not just hoard it in some offshore accounts. A fairer tax policy means stronger consumer spending and greater economic mobility. Harris's tax proposals strike a crucial balance, targeting relief where it is needed most at the household level, while ensuring that the federal government has the revenue necessary to invest in key infrastructure and innovation. And the reality is, businesses thrive in economies where people have disposable income to spend. Lastly, and this is kind of a big one, leadership and competence. When you're running a business, whether it is a mom and pop or a Fortune 500 company, you need leadership that you can rely on. Trump's erratic behavior, impulsive decisions, and constant need for chaos and controversy created uncertainty. Businesses did not know what was going to come out of the White House from day to day. The president might insult an entire industry or promote one that has a CEO who said something nice about him. This uncertainty wasn't just among businesses, but among global markets as well. With Harris, you get someone who's thoughtful, deliberate, and kind of tough. You don't have to agree with every policy. I know I don't. To recognize that a steady, rational leader is far more beneficial to the economy than someone who is constantly stirring the pot. If you want competence at the helm during economic negotiations, trade deals, or responding to a national crisis, Harris is the safer choice. Investor confidence is tied to stable leadership. Harris has consistently demonstrated the kind of calm, reliable management that is crucial for market stability. So, if you're still thinking about whether Harris is the right choice for the economy, I'd argue that her policies are not only the smarter bet, but the safer one for our financial future. And don't just take my word on it. These are perspectives that are backed by economists, analysts, and experts across the board. All right, everybody. That's it for me this time around. I know some of you might be a bit triggered. You don't like the idea of me expressing my political views, or you just don't like those views, but that's okay. You'll survive. All I ask is that you try to keep a civil tone in the comments, even if you think you're defending me. I don't need that. I can take care of myself.
That's my job. That's what I do. I don't lose. I win. Is there no one on this planet to even challenge me?
Maybe you came by to congratulate me on last night's victory.